Here are some strategies you can use to resolve conflicts in your relationship. The first is communication. Make sure you're both actively listening to each other, not just hearing each other, actually trying to listen. Avoid blame or attacking language and instead use I feel statements. So instead of you never do the dishes, use I feel like you never do the dishes. That way you are avoiding using absolutes that can be disputed. Yes, I do. I did the dishes 3 Tuesdays ago, right? And using I feel is less likely to trigger a defensive response. So it can just be very, very helpful when trying to communicate your issue. The second is if you are in conflict, it is your responsibility not to stonewall your partner. You need to express yourself fully. Your partner isn't a mind reader, and so they cannot help make things better if you aren't communicating what's really going on with you. The third thing is to take a break if needed. If things get too heated, it is okay to take a break and just come back to the conversation later. You just actually have to set a time to revisit the issue, and you actually have to follow through, or your partner will not trust this from you in the future. So I don't mean storming out the door. It means saying, I need a break to cool down and think, can we talk about this later or tomorrow or after dinner or whatever. The lastly is to learn to apologize. No one wants to be in a relationship with someone who cannot admit when they're wrong. It will cause problems. And you have to learn to forgive as well, be willing to forgive. Holding on to grudges and bringing up past conflicts over and over and over is going to damage your relationship. If you have an issue that you cannot get over, then that's a signal, that something needs to change. So maybe that's therapy as a couple, maybe that's individual therapy, maybe you need to reevaluate the status of the entire relationship. Conflict is a natural part of any relationship. It's okay to have conflict. It's how you handle conflict that really makes a difference for the health of your relationship. So by communicating effectively, communicating how you feel so your partner's not a mind reader, trying to find common ground, taking breaks when needed, and practicing forgiveness, you can work through conflicts, you can grow stronger through them, and actually end up building a healthier relationship if you can learn to resolve conflicts in a healthy way.